И снова добро пожаловать. Мы будем продолжать играть в игру Starfield. Это у нас 9-я часть. По идее. Так. Что у нас произошло? Короче, пришел, короче, чел, разъебал нашу хату. И еще добавок убил одного персонажа, Берета, который изначально прилетел сюда. Ну, не сюда, а вообще, кто нас первый встретил. Ну, вот такие дела.
The trees here are quite beautiful. Don't mind this.
Это что такое? Helion reality.
Just tell me how many zeros I need to add to the offer.
Welcome to Feeling Realty. I'm Zora, and I'm here to help with whatever you may need. What brings you in today? Looking to settle down or move up in the world or just window shopping? That's fine. It happens all the time. I never mind an opportunity to chat with someone new. I'm here if you have any more questions or if you'd like to look at properties. Stop by anytime.
Ага, это дома продают, короче.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds? Oh. Yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something... secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
Even just the sound of his voice is comforting, I guess.
We should continue this conversation inside. The sanctum will always be here. Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
Infinitum addendum.
Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story. The Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Комара ёбнул, наверное. Не знаю, не попал вроде. Я не понял, ты еще ебанутый, блядь.
Genetic diversity in our crops. I hate that single seed white.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Yeah?
A visitor? I have all the company I need. The great serpent shall reveal himself and shroud the entire universe, leaving only the faithful. Why do you hide among the accursed? Say no more. The wise snake stays coiled in secret. Now, kindred, what is it you need from me? I require no company. He knows not the truth. he sends another to ask more incessant questions. The great serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less. Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the great serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the great serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all. I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the great serpent casts to deceive the faithless. Then we are done. Leave me. And take this.
Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for a DP, an A and B, B and E, or heaven forbid, an MS.
Это она, блядь, слова высрала. EMB, BBB. Ну, эта баба мне вообще смысла ничего не сказала. Просто историю прочитала опять. Кто-то хасил Лайдман, блядь. Ебанутый нахуй.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Been up there, huh? Space? Must be.
А, нихуя, тут еще подми, нихуя себе.
You don't need to wear your helmet in here.
There's a lot of work that needs to be done in the well. A lot of people in need. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you? Did Keeper Aquilus send you? Oh boy. Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim, but since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing. A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that. It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Sorry, I couldn't be of more help.
Нихуя ничего не понимаю, но очень интересно. Нихуя себе. Почему? Почему я так взлетел?
I heard they're making.
Got a call. Someone's power kept going out.
Она все сразу использует, я понял. Мне мой больше нравился бустпак.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought? Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else? Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. we have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel. Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it? May God go
Я не
with
хочу
you.
отвечать на это. А мне обязаны, да, надо ответить на это. Походу, мне придется ответить ему на его вопрос. Да,
you're
I'm back.
Yes. Let's see. Infinitum addendum. Yes, that's it. And from there, before you go, I know you're looking for... Ah, but what makes something like that hope? And so you think this would... Well...
Поебать. Дед ты ебучий. Хе-хе, boy. Запускаю прыжок. 4, 3, 2, 1. Пуск. Мы улетели. Ха-ха.
Good to see you.
Это тот же корабль, не? Это тот же корабль. On Isla 2, the island hides in the scorpion. The island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. Нихуя себе.
This is Freestar Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. And that's it. Enjoy Neon.
Опускаю гравитационный прыжок. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Пуск. Прилетели. Мы прилетели.
Greetings, pilot. This is Jiro Sugiyama, head of Paradiso Security. I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are in need of assistance concerning the large ship in orbit, and we value discretion in this matter. Possible at the main security office in Paradiso. Over and out.
What the fuck, нахуй? What the fuck? Кому пиздюлей вставить?
Stay alert. Weapons at the ready.
Remain calm. There's no reason to suspect you're human. It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
Oh. Hopefully it won't inconvenience you too much, but we're in a bind. See, you're the only one to approach us, and we really need your help. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by... well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and... the others. Of course, we know that now. Human or not, we were still unable to communicate our intentions. As soon as we discovered them, we fully expected negotiations would be necessary. Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more... Dr. DeCosta, you may return to your quarters.
Не хочу с тобой разговаривать. Пошел нахуй. Увы. Нам не до этого.
How are you, Dusty?
Прыжок через 3, 2, 1, 0. Мы летим прямо в планету. Бля. Мы не разъебались. Заебись. Запускай еще один гравитационный прыжок. Запуск через 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Пуск. Пуск. Эхей, бля. Ага. Ого, меня сразу в файт засунули, да?
Transferring parts now. You take care out there.
Код 25 нахуй! Пошли, выходим. Мне надо будет это... Блять, это пиздец. Я ж слишком тупой, нахуй, для этой хуйни. Я не знаю, правильно я делаю, неправильно я делаю. Я не понимаю, куда, блядь, свет светит? Ёбаный рот. Да-да-да-да-да-да-да. Ну что делать-то, блядь? Объясните нам. Я право еще. Откройте мне миссию, блядь, когда я выхожу оттуда. Дебилы, разрабы. Просто можно сет-корс сделать и все. Сет-корс. Все, спасибо. Быстро, маневр. Буст, влево, вверх, вверх. Хуярим. Оп, остановились. Сейчас уебем. Все, одного подбили. Подъебал. Другого.
Down. Now, most ships would have bugged out and left us. Any way we could repay you? Transferring parts now. You take care. I can't stay here gabbing all day. Fly safe. Thanks again for the help. Over and out.
conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you...
Nah.
Think of it as a ceasefire meeting. You're one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want. I told you I would leave you alone, and I did.
You killed one of their own. They have good reason to feel threatened.
All of us should feel threatened by each other. That comes with the territory. The question is whether you take the risk and talk to us, or you can run away and pass. Hello. Again.
Смешно, да?
You remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise. Yes, we did. We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We're all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
You killed my...
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should. And who gets to say that? You? Me? The emissary? I have debated morality for near infinity, and all I have found are groups of people enforcing their will on others. Rules and laws spoken as principles, but backed by arms and violence.
Enough. We have more to discuss. The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
Not a relatively expendable Dusty anymore, are you? Look at where you've ended up. I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours. And that's the problem. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp? It means I've seen thousands of universes, collected their artifacts, been to their temples. You have a small taste of their power, but it keeps going. You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks, to give up, to appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it. You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides. Bingo.
I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the unity is the one you want. Mine or the Hunters?
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you. The emissary and their kind only want to control you. Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. I don't kill for the unity. I find the easiest pathway to it. They enter the unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the unity itself doesn't judge.
I know we're not the same people we met in our universes. Still, it's good to see you again.
Nah. You playing? You playing?
Sure you have more questions. Ask. It's not an easy experience to describe. You will be leaving. Maybe that's why it offers. Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way. And I am sorry we have not always been forthcoming. I hope you will see what I... You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure that they have gathered more information on the remaining artifact. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
И на этом, я думаю, мы закончим. Всем давайте, до свидания, удачи, пока. Обнял, приподнял.